Fine Chinaman here, and today I'm going to talk to you about Fostoria glass, which is a company in the United States that lasted almost 100 years. It started in 1887, that's when it was incorporated, and then it sold out in 1982, and actually the company it sold to, Lancaster, ended up closing the doors for good shortly thereafter. I have to say that I have a tie to Fostoria, and I wish I knew more about it. Unfortunately, that information, I believe, is lost forever. Either the owners or workers at the plant were related to me. As I was growing up, there was actually a few pieces of Fostoria sent to the family. I believe one of them was this nappy bowl here. If you don't know what a nappy is, basically it's a small candy dish or nut dish with a little handle on it. And they're not always circular, but usually they are, made out of glass. Nappy, the original word was for a larger bowl, but now it's considered either nappies. We'll get back to this piece later. I want to start off by talking about their most popular pattern. Came out in 1915, and that's American. And this is a mayonnaise bowl and underplate. And you can see that it's a very pretty pattern. Okay. This was done in clear glass, just like this, and it is still reproduced. Now I'm going to talk to you about coin Fostoria, and that's what this nappy is. Coin Fostoria is very interesting because all the pieces have what they call coins on them imprinted into the glass. They aren't really coins, they're more medallions because they're not officially coins that were ever minted. So I'm going to go off the dates that replacements.com has for these. We started off with clear, amber, emerald green, and dark blue, all in 1958. And they were all continued through 1981 or 1982 when they started slowing down, except blue, which was lightened in color in the mid-70s and then produced till 1982. In 1960, a clear with gold coin was introduced, and it was just produced for 10 years until 1970, so the coins were actually gold. In 1969, two additional colors were added, ruby and olive. Both of these ceased production in 1981. Now, originals are worth far more than reproductions on this piece. So I'm going to show you how to tell. We're going to look up close at this piece, and I'm going to talk to you about the way to tell reproductions from the authentic originals. Alright, so I'm holding this up to the light, and as you can see a couple of the coins there with their nice detailing. According to realorrepo.com, they have done some research in this, and the newer Fostoria pieces in the coin pattern that were reproductions, so they weren't really Fostoria, they have clear coins. So they don't have this frosted look to the coin. So that's the first way to tell if one's a reproduction or not. But then some people have actually masked around this, and they have sandblasted the coins to make them have that frosted look. Well, that doesn't really work. I mean, it fools some people, but the detailing on the coin is then degraded. You want to make sure that these coins have extremely high detail when you look at them. This one does, so we can be obviously sure this is an original. Our next pattern is Jamestown, which was produced in 1958 in clear, amber, green, and blue. Only in amber and blue made it to 1982. The others were discontinued in the 70s. Clear in 1970 and green in 1974. Following the release of those first four, though, pink hit the market in 1959 and was produced until 1982. Purple came in 1960 and was discontinued in 1970. Brown came in 1961 and made it to 1982. Ruby was introduced in 1964 and made it to 1982. Finally, there is another color called Avocado. It must be pretty rare. I have not been able to locate dates on that pattern, on that color, excuse me. So Avocado, I do not know when it came in and went out. But this particular set of Jamestown belongs to my parents. I just borrowed this one piece to make the video. For our last pattern today, we're going to move away from heavy Fostoria and we're going to move to delicate pieces such as this one. This is called Trojan. It's in the topaz or yellow color. It was made between 1929 and 1936. What I really like about this glass is it's cut or etched glass. And so the pattern is actually cut in. It's not going to come off. It's really cut into the glass. I love the fact of the different color between the bowl of the glass and the stem and the base. It's really neat how it goes to clear down here. I really like that a lot. This pattern was also made in pink. It only lasted till 1934. But if you're interested in these types of glasses, there's several other patterns made by Fostoria that are similar, just with different etched patterns and some different stems also. And you can get them in other colors such as red and blue, and I believe at least one in green. So the problem with all this glass, though, is it contains lead. And so we have to figure out what to do with these pieces. Now, personally, I've done some research on it, and the lead content of these is not enough to classify them as crystal, which means the lead is less than crystal. So it's better for you, from my research, to drink out of this than it would be a crystal glass. But still, you don't want to drink out of it every day. Once or twice a year, not a problem. Special occasion dinners are great for these types of glasses. But what do you do with them for the rest of the time? Let me show you what I did. Okay, so this is what you see when you walk into my dining room. And I put the American Fostoria pattern on top because it really just glistens with the light. And then it moves down to other types of glass and crystal down below. If you like this video, please click the like button below. Subscribe and share the video with others. In the future, we'll be doing more fine china videos as well as more Fostoria videos too. See you next time.